Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. What you're watching is my 1+ week from Beyond 531. These are all going to be very raw clips, so excuse me if I'm walking in and out of frame, but it's going to buy me some more time to talk to you what I want to talk to you about. So 1+ week, this is cycle 2, week 3, which means technically it's my 9th overall work week on the program, 10th week overall if you count the deload, because again, the way I'm running it is in 6-week training cycles, then a week deload, and then another 6 weeks. So after the next 3 weeks, which will actually end up my second training cycle and bring me to another deload, I plan on doing a 12-week work overview, just showing all 4 of my 1+ weeks during that time and talk about how I like the program and maybe some potential changes I'm going to be doing. I'll probably also be talking about some of those in this particular video because I just think it's fitting. Now, as part of that, let me get through and just talk about what you're going to see here because I have some other stuff I want to talk about and I probably won't be able to reference everything. So squatting, 450 pounds, ended up getting a top set of 7. For bench, 270 pounds, top set of 6. For deadlift, 450 pounds again, but a top set of 10. And then for overhead press, 140 pounds, top set of 9. And all of those numbers and reps and weights are increases from previous weeks for the most part. So in some cases, both the weight and the reps went up. In some cases, just the weight went up, but the reps were either tied or maybe just one below from what I got last week. So the program's been going overall really great. That being said, though, I had a little bit higher expectations, especially on squat. I've been kind of really, in my opinion, kicking butt on my squatting. I mean, for the most part, I'm getting 10s on most sets for all my plus weeks, my 5s, my 3s. But my 1 weeks have been very tough, where last week I got a set of 8 with 440. This week, a set of 7 with 450. So I bumped the weight up 10 pounds and only got 1 less rep. Still a win in my book, but I feel like there's more there. But I've just been feeling very fatigued during this week. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, as you remember in my last training video, I've been dieting for quite a while, and I mentioned I was stopping it then and there. That was roughly about 2 weeks ago, I think. At the time, I was 207 pounds, and as of today, I'm still 207 pounds. But back then, when I was eating about an average of 2,100 calories per day for my diet in most cases, these days I've been averaging about 2,900 to 3,100 calories, so about 1,000 calories more per day. But my body weight hasn't actually changed, which on one side is pretty cool because I'm eating a lot more yet still remaining lean. On the other hand, I feel like I probably could be eating more to better fuel myself for some of these training sessions. As part of that too, I've mentioned how good training's been going overall, how much I'm liking the program. And I think that's actually coming to bite me in the butt a little bit because on my 3+ week, the week right before this, I've been getting 10s for everything. And again, I outlined that I'm not going to do more than 10 reps in a given set just because I don't find that to be very productive overall. So I've really been kicking butt on my 5+ weeks, doing sets of 10s on my plus days, my 3+ weeks, sets of 10. And I think that's catching up to me a little bit on my 1+ weeks. So I think one of the things that I'm going to look at doing during my next deload is maybe change things up where instead of doing the weeks 5, 3, and then 1 with the percentages and intensities getting higher, maybe switch it up and do something like first week do sets of 3, second week weeks of 5 with a little bit lower intensities, and then bump it back up for a 1. So it'd be a 3-5-1 in order to, again, preserve energy and really kick some butt on those 1+ sets. Could also consider doing some other things like maybe instead of limiting it at 10 reps per set, maybe I do 8, maybe I do 7, or maybe I just limit it at the number and then start doing more joker sets instead. So a lot of potential options, but either way, things have been going really well for the most part. I'm enjoying getting back into training. I feel like things are really clicking and I'm really looking forward to training. So like I said, once I finish up the next 3 weeks, that'll be 12 work weeks on Wendler, the Beyond 531 version. I'll give you an overview of all my 1+ weeks, but if you have questions otherwise, let me know in the comment section below. In the meantime, thanks, and then as always, stay big.